Fuck me. Oh, what a way to start this video, eh? Right. Shit, got some music playing. Right. I can barely even think. What can I say though? Let me just flip to the page. So, today is Tuesday the 30th of June. Pretty sure it's July tomorrow. Oh god, halfway through the year already. We hit shoulders and arms. Right, side delts and arms really. Side delts, biceps, triceps. And I thought I'd do something a little bit different. Mainly because I started to feel as if, right, well, first off, I don't know if I've said this in a previous log, but when I started to write down my workouts and my exercises, I changed up the routine. So I kept some exercises that I did do, but I tried out others. And one thing I was doing was, see, it's a bit weird. Sometimes I'd warm up if I felt I needed it, and other times I didn't. So that's where I went wrong. And I knew I was wrong for that. But on the times I didn't, I did feel good. You know, it didn't feel as if it was interrupting the workout or, you know, the weight that I could lift. So that was that. I wasn't warming up properly. Other than that, I wasn't really enjoying, not necessarily the exercises I was doing, but more of the reps and how I go about the workout. And now that I'm thinking it back, the workouts as a whole felt different, but they weren't all that different, if you sort of catch my drift. What I've done today is basically what I would have done yesterday, or, you know, the last shoulder and arm workout I did, but the way that I did work out is different. So anyway, let me get into it before I start just repeating myself. So I decided to alternate between triceps and biceps. That's something I'd never do with any workout really, mainly because, you know, my triceps are mainly cable focused and biceps are more dumbbell and machine focused. Machine being, you know, we have a preacher curl machine. That's like a specific machine for preacher curls for the biceps. So I'll typically do stuff like that. I don't really like hitting biceps on cables. So what I would do was all my cable workouts first, then all my, you know, individual machines and stuff. But this time I decided to do one exercise for triceps, one for biceps, so on and so forth. So I was jumping between cables and dumbbells, cables and a machine, that sort of thing. And it felt good. The pumps I was getting from the other workouts weren't really pumping. And I know for a fact I said that in one of these logs. So that's something I want to change. And I've massively felt it in this workout. Now the pump that I have now isn't really bloated. It's not really a, you know, a full fucking Arnold sort of pump. But that's got to be because of my diet and what I'm eating, because I'm eating really healthily, but I'm also in a massive deficit. I think it's called extreme weight loss, where you aim to at least try and lose a kilo a week. I used, I think it's called calculator.net or caloриecalculator.net or something like that. If you just Google calorie calculator, it's the first one. It's the one that everyone uses in all their tutorials and stuff. I put in, you know, my weight and my starting weight, my height, age, everything, and I'm eating the calories on the extreme weight loss. And I've always done that. Not a problem with doing that. In fact, weirdly enough, even though I did gain a lot of fat from smashing a bunch of food in my mouth, like I'm some sort of, what's that pink guy's name? Kirby. I'm Kirby. I do not play Nintendo games. What am I talking about? Anyway, yes, I like eating a shit ton of food, but I prefer to diet feeling empty. I don't know why. Maybe it's just preference. But anyway, not eating what I'm meant to be, to maintain, I should say. I'm now starting to feel it massively. I didn't in my other workouts at all. I mean, maybe a little bit. but I wasn't really feeling it massively. This workout I am, and I have a feeling it's because I've been jumping between exercises and that sort of thing. Shit, I just lost the page. I was gonna say there's more exercises, but there's 5, and I do 5 anyways. No, there's not. There's 7. There's 7 exercises. Sorry, it's so dark, and I write in pencil. I write in pencil when it's dark in here. Why'd I repeat that? Anyway, I chose to do 7 exercises, a longer workout. In fact, I came out of the gym at the same time, so maybe it's because my rest periods. Oh no, I was gonna say because my rest periods aren't that long, but they are, because I feel I don't count my warm-up. I just wait until I feel ready, but I don't take the piss. If I'm sitting there, I try not to scroll TikTok, because I'm guilty of this, where I'm scrolling TikTok trying to find a TikTok audio, because that's the shit I'm on now, just using TikTok audio with the brightness down, and the phone, you know what, the phone screen stays up, but the brightness goes down. Anyway, if I scroll TikTok trying to find an audio for 5 minutes, I'll be rested, but I'll just be wasting time in the gym. So I try to use SoundCloud as much as I can, even though I don't really like the audios as much as I do on TikTok. I can work out in them. So the rests are ready to hit the next set. So everything I'm doing, I can't fault. And if I'm being genuine, I can't think of anything that I could change up during that workout to make it better. So I hit a warm-up I hit 2 sets of warm-up, 3 sets of warm-up for each muscle. So 1 set of warm-up for biceps, 1 for triceps, 1 for shoulder, side delt. And then I did 2 sets till failure on every exercise. So 7 exercises. I have 2 lots of, okay, this is what I did. I did D-handle cable tries, dumbbell bicep curl, easy bar cable tries, cable preacher curl with the, you know, the bench, and then you put the cable machine to the very bottom, that sort of thing. Single, oh my god, my handwriting is shit. What the hell does that say? Single D-handle tries. So instead of 2 on 1, I then did it single. And then I do have the proper preacher curl machine on here. Didn't do that because someone was hogging the machine. They left their bag there for like 10 minutes, wasn't there. I'm not someone who would go up and move their bag. They could be having a shit for all I know. So I left it, but I was waiting for that machine as I finished my second to last exercise other than that, which was the cable lateral raises, and they still weren't there, but their bags were. And I thought, there's nothing else I could really hit. I did do the cable preacher curl, so I've hit preacher curls in a way. So all I missed was 2 sets till failure on the proper preacher curl machine. So, but even then I feel knackered, so I'm pretty happy with that lift. That's what I got written down. Honestly, not much to update other than that. That was a pretty good lift. Nothing to fault. I feel fucking knackered. I weighed myself on Saturday, and that's why I told you I lost 8.5 pounds the other day, because yesterday was the rest day, because we're now pushing everything forward. So tomorrow is chest and back. I just had a little bit of my mince from earlier just come up. It felt like one little speck of mince, probably like half a gram, if that. That's disgusting, I'm sorry. Yeah. I feel fucked. That's the gist. How long has this been going on for? 9 minutes. Holy yap. Okay. Yeah, so I'm weighing in tomorrow, and I'm going to do every Wednesday now. I know it's a bit fucked. Why are you weighing in, what is it, 4 days after your last weigh-in? I just want to move it. So, I mean, I'll tell you tomorrow what that weight is. But yeah. That's pretty much it. Fucking Fortnite update, why not? I've got every single sprite in the game. Wahey. All mastered. All level 5. What can I say? All the new ones that came, there were 5 new ones that came out with all the variants that are out. And I just hopped. I do not know how to use Discord for the life of me, but I hopped into this trade in Discord and just took everyone else's. So yeah, had to master them myself though, so you know I still work for it a little bit, just a little bit. Anyway, I got some Katy Perry and some Lady Gaga loaded on the playlist, so I've got a nice 20-minute drive ahead of me. By the time I get home, it'll be what, nearly 12 o'clock at night, so that's just what you want. Working from home tomorrow, so it's not too bad. I can have a tiny little lay-in. You can tell my mind's all over the place. This is nearly 11 minutes long, my God. Right. Yeah, bye.